First of all, very proud of our team. Happy for our seniors, the first bowl win they've ever experienced against a very good NC State team. I say Dave Dorn at NC State is a heck of a football team, guys. That's a very well coached, good team. We played very well tonight, and I just want to say a special thank you to those seniors. And then I want to say a special thank you to all of our players. The work we put in, the ups and downs that goes with it, and then the great bowl preparation, understanding how to prepare and come here with a mindset. We had fun. We had time to have fun. We worked when it was time to work, and it's got a very mature group of guys that played very well. Very excited, and like I say, the first bowl win for these seniors, it doesn't get any better than that. And you have to learn to play bowl games. You have to learn to prepare for bowl games. You have to learn to play in these big games and do the things you got to do. So I'm very proud of them in that regard. As a team, I thought all three phases of our team were really good tonight. Our special teams, we kicked the ball well. Had the one missed long field goal, but that was that's a tough one there. We hit our kicks, our punts, our coverages, returns. Everything was really good. Defense was outstanding. I believe they only ended up with 273 yards, and that is a dominant team. They were 0 of 13 on third down. And so, I mean, getting the ball back, I mean, that's as good as it gets. And then you get a pick six. Some guys, I mean, you believe this guy ran down the field and scored a touchdown. No, it was outstanding. But, they got six. I mean, they played dominant up front. And then offensively, to be able to run for 401 yards against a team that was giving up 100 yards a game rushing. And what we did, Travion, an outstanding one of the greatest Gator Bowl performance of all time, broke the single-season record this year. And then, converting on third downs, we were 5 of 10. And I got some critical third downs. I thought one of the best third downs critical was 14-13. We were able to hit that 3rd and 5 on the 5. It got to 21-13. I thought that was a huge play in the game for momentum, and then we come out the second half and played well. But we're learning to finish. That was the things we've emphasized, and we've learned to get better at that as the season went on, and that's something we continue to grow on. So hopefully we can build on this. Special thanks again to our seniors, and hope these young guys learn from it and build from it. Questions?
Gabe Bach with Texax. Travion, how special was it to get the record the way you did it with the 93-yard touchdown run?
It was a special moment. I just want to thank those guys up front. I want to thank Coach Fisher and the whole coaching staff, just everybody in the 12th man. This whole program that really came together and made a big time moment. But that was a big moment. But I'm most important that we got that bowl win. That bowl win that we've been kind of missing out on the last 4 or 5 seasons, and we got that. The first bowl win under Coach Fisher, and we're definitely molding and showing where this program is going in a new direction. So this is the first game for the beginning of the 2019 season. So we got to get this thing going right, and we got that win. So I'm happy.
Coach, your opponent did a real good job for the most part of the first half, bottling up Travion. Did you make any adjustments schematically, or did he just do what great players do and make the most of his opportunities?
I mean, listen, great players, you're not going to keep them down very long. And I think 2 things happened. One, I thought Kellen settled down and started hitting some passes, which forced him out. And then Kellen made a couple long runs with his legs because they were putting extra guys in the box. And then Kellen had 82 yards in the first half. He had 2 long runs. And his ability, when you're overplaying and you're outplaying him in the box, and the quarterback can do that. So they had to respect that. We made a couple adjustments. But he's just a great player. Listen, you give him enough touches, great things are going to happen in every phase of the game. And that's what great players do. And we knew if we just keep giving it to him, good things are going to happen.
Tyrell, they had a really good drive going there before your interception. On that play, what unfolded? What did you see, and what was going through your mind when you kind of saw the opening to go in and make that pick?
Oh yeah, well, I studied a lot of film, and I saw that they were in trips, and and it was 3rd and 5, so they like to run little slant routes to the sticks and stop, kind of like a spacing route. So Coach Elko said, if I see it, go get it, and I went to go got it and ended up with a touchdown.
The crazy thing is he told us that he was going to do it, and he did it. So that's just crazy.
Preparation.
Jimbo, do you feel like this was the most complete performance y'all showed all year?
I would probably have to say so in all 3 phases and learning to come out and finish a game. And we kept talking about at halftime, once we get ahead, try not to give the other team hope. And I know that sounds crazy, but when you kind of let up and you get a team gets back, and anytime they get within 2 scores, it's not 3 scores, you give them hope. They know they're back in the game, and it was one of the most dominant performances from that standpoint, and learning to just play the next play. Whatever you made, okay, go make another play. Go make another play. Go make another play. And learning that mentality. Yes.
Yeah, Jimbo, I know that you expressed how much respect you had for Ryan Finley and what he can do, and your secondary has been maligned so much this year. So how are y'all able to turn things around and play so well in pass defense today?
And I'm going to say this, practice, and the kids learning to be coached, wanting to be – there's a difference in practice and wanting to be coached. You can practice and not want to be coached. It's tough. Those guys want to be coached. They want to learn all the little things that Mike and the defensive staff did to put in place. And I think our pass rush, I think we started getting rushed. I think we started affecting them that way. Guys studying film, learning how to prepare for a game, learning all the details, like he just said, knowing that's something they like to do in that situation, and trusting your eyes and playing. And, our guys just worked hard, and our coaches did a heck of a job of developing those guys. And like you say, nothing's ever created in one day. It takes time, and things happen. You got to have trials and tribulations, and just very proud because that was a heck of a quarterback and a heck of an offensive team that they did a good job against tonight.
For both players over here, Travion, how much fun was it there at the end to see Cullen stretch into the end zone?
Oh man, that was probably one of the best moments I've ever been a part of at this university, man. Not only just having that moment for Cullen, but having that moment for the 12th man. We always talked about it the whole season. We were always saying that, Cullen, we're going to get you in the end zone one way or the other. And, the coaches wanted that too. And, they called the right play. They called, a good fullback run play, and then Cullen made a play. He broke about 3 tackles, and he was determined to get in the end zone, and he got in it. And if you couldn't see, man, this whole team, we erupted, and we all ran to him. It was a big moment for us and this university.
2 questions. First, Travion, how much were you keeping tabs on where you were in the rushing yards, and when did you know that you broke the record?
Believe it or not, I wasn't. I was just going out there and running. Coach Fisher kept telling me, got to keep going, got to keep going. Coach Brown was just saying that, we got to keep going. Definitely just doing my job. I didn't want to get caught up in that moment. I just wanted to get that win, and got to do my job and got to stay persistent with it. But I kind of knew that once I broke that long run, it kind of happened. And then it was an emotional moment in the end zone when me and my teammates, everybody was running up to me, telling me they love me, and it was kind of emotional. So I shed a few tears.
Tyrell, do you have a different story about that?
No, I don't. I knew he was going to get it.
And Coach, was Gilly pleading his case there at the end to
No,
get
he
in?
didn't one bit, not one bit. Gilly never said one word, and it's something we do. And it was a play we wanted to run, and if we could get it in there and do it, we wanted to do it. And like I say, it's special, and like I say, what that represents for the 12th man in Texas A&M, that is A&M. That is what A&M is about.
Tyrell, can you talk a little bit about the fact that your defense was without Donovan Wilson? You didn't have Otaro Alaka, and you guys still had a very dominating performance out there tonight.
Losing those 2 key guys, those are veterans right there. Coach Echols thing is next man up, and Buddy Johnson came in, and Leon O'Neal came in and played their tails off. Buddy was fitting. He was dropping back and pass. Leon was communicating. And that's why they recruit. Buddy and Leon were big-time players out of high school and will be big-time players in college.
Jimbo, could you speak to that as well? Buddy and Leon both coming in, filling in those gaps.
Well, that's the thing about team sports, and why football is it's the greatest team game there is. That you have, adversity with other guys being hurt, but it's also opportunity. And that's what you have to look at. This is not an adverse situation; it's an opportune situation. And you have young guys, and that's why you recruit and coach. And those guys, you always say, don't wait to play, prepare to play, even if you're not playing, because when your moment comes, you don't ever know. And what both those guys did tonight, they took advantage of the opportunity because they prepared very hard for it and did a great job.
Jimbo, you're just talking about all the recruiting. Are you going to be trying to re-recruit some of your third-year players now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, here's the key on you don't re-recruit them. You find the right information out for them. Because this is about, I tell them, life's about making the right choices. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. It's about making the right choices. And my job as a coach it's not to make a choice for them. It's to find out the exact information so they don't get misled in any way, shape, or form. And they have all the information in front of them that they can make a lifelong decision. I'll voice an opinion about where I think their development is and what they can do and where they can do it. But listen, and I'll back them 100%. But at the same time, we'll have a discussion about it. And because life, here's what I always say about the NFL. It's not about getting to it. It's getting there and staying. Making sure you get there at the right time with the right things, and are you really ready? And if you are, like I say, I'm going to be the first one to kick you out the door. If not, I'll suggest that. And if not, I'll help you. But it's about making choices. And kids today, you don't want to hurry up and get somewhere. Take your time and do it right. You know what I'm saying? And if it's the right time, it's the right time. But our job right now is to get the proper information. And I got great information for them, I believe. And usually it's very accurate. And I think that's what they got to do and trust, and then they got to make a decision. And like I say, we'll back them 100% either way. Hopefully they will be. And if it's right for them to come back, come back. If it's not, it's time to go.
Right here. Lauren James, Between Classes Magazine. For both players, what do you guys take away from this whole year and winning the Tax Slayer Bowl?
It was a big time moment. We had a great year. We had a great year, a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and it's a lot of adversity that we fought with. fought through. But Coach Fisher didn't just make us great football players. You know, he put us in position to be great men. And the things that we learned, you know, off the field, you know, he always told us the player that you are off the field is the player that you are on the field. So, you know, that's definitely what really started to mold us into great players and allowed us to be able to finish in these big-time games. But, you know, we went through and we, you know, fought through a lot of adversity. We had great practices, and we kind of learned how to, you know, become a winning program. And you're definitely, you know, we're in a new direction with this program. So I'm just excited to be a part of it and excited to see where this direction of this program is going.
Yeah, second off, what Travion said, Coach Fisher always preached about, you know, who you are off the field is who you are on the field. I take that, you know, very personally now, and just seeing, you know, me take care of my academics it's easy to take care of on the field stuff, you know, and it's just all a snowball effect, you know. Once you do one thing good, it turns into a habit, and I think Coach Fisher did a great job, you know, coming in and installing that, you know, toughness, effort, discipline, and pride into us, and I'm very grateful he came here. And thank you.
Hey, this is for Coach and Travion. Travion, obviously you broke the record, but what can you say about the way the offensive line progressed this season to pave the way for you to do so?
Listen, nobody achieves a record in football without the other guys on the team. It is a complete team effort, and those guys up front becoming dominant. Even our tight ends, our fullbacks, our receivers did a great job blocking downfield. I mean, you go look at those blocks. Those guys 15, 20 yards down the field, allowing him to make cuts. And here's the thing. They want to block for him. See, people don't think about that. A guy's a great player and guys go do their job. But then you have guys who want to block for a guy who works his tail off and deserves it. You know what I'm saying? And there's a different thing. And those guys wanted to block for him because they love him. They watch him practice. It's no accident why he's doing what he's doing. It's the way he comes to practice every day. It's the way he would get on people. It's the way he would lead. He would carry the messages and things I would say and do to the offense, just like Tyrell would do to the defense. And those guys carried him, and they respected him. They knew he was a great player, but they respected him as a human being. So they wanted to play hard for him, and he performed.
You know, I definitely feel like, you know, it all started at practice. You know, we were definitely getting better week by week. And offensive line and receivers, everybody is definitely developing week by week. You know, throughout this whole bowl prep, Coach Fisher would have to pull us off each other because, you know, we were getting into a way that we were getting so physical and so acclimated to the program and the new direction that we're going and just learning how to become a good team. It was getting competitive. So, you know, Coach Fisher just stepped back and he just, you know, what his job, he didn't have to do it because, you know, we became a team and we kind of made ourselves, you know, better at that point. You know, we were just competing and, you know, going out there and making ourselves better. So I definitely feel like that showed in the game. You know, offensive line, defensive line, we were competing so much throughout the week that, you know, we're all just getting better. And the receivers and everybody just did a great job. So it just showed this game. And, you know, we went out there and played a complete game. And it just all goes back to practice.
Thank you, everyone. Congrats and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.